Taylor is such a stupid bitch.
Don't you think the girls could be a little bit more articulate when it comes to their insults? Because, like, stupid bitch, it could be more descriptive.
I think that stupid bitch is a very descriptive word, and it's the only thing that comes out of my mouth when I'm mad is you stupid bitch.
If you're on the West Coast and you still haven't watched tonight's episode, make sure that you don't continue watching this until afterward. To Taylor's defense, she may not have said emotional intelligence as many times as it seemed she did, because they may have just dubbed it over, just clipping it back in. But in the words of Elle Woods, she does seem to be kind of a frigid bitch. Does she have a bony, unpolished finger? I used to really like Taylor, and I don't want to say we're never going to be friends, because we totally may, and maybe this is a bad edit, and maybe I'm defending Corinne too much. But Taylor's definitely seeming too condescending and belittling, and I'm glad that Nick sent her home on the 2-on-1. But then I can't win, because now I have people saying that I'm defending Corinne too much, and that she's a spoiled, crazy brat, but she's really entertaining. I'm not saying that I want Nick to marry her in the end, but I just like watching her on TV. And oh, hey, scenes from the next episode, they're faking us out. So in the scenes from the next episode, it makes it seem like Corinne gets sent home on the back part of the 2-on-1 date. But if you remember correctly, we still haven't seen Corinne go to Nick's room and try to have sex with him with her platinum vagine. And they would never, ever have us not see that. You know what I mean? During my season, there was a pregnancy test that was in the preview, but we never ended up seeing it in the content of the actual show. Well, that was actually a girl who thought she may have been pregnant from a guy from back home, and that pregnancy test was taken within days of getting to the mansion. So that's awkward, but it was definitely good drama for the season-long preview. But Corinne and sneaking to his room definitely seems like a storyline that actually happened and that we're going to see in the future. I need to talk about some of the parallels between that 2-on-1 and my 2-on-1 with Kelsey.
Old. I was married. I lost the love of my life. I am a woman.
Now, if Taylor would have turned to Corinne when the two of them were together at that table and said, "I know what you did," it probably would have ended up being the best, most hilarious moment all of Bachelor history. And then Corinne would have won. It would have been Team Corinne. All of Bachelor Nation would have been rooting her on. Side note, I have a cold. So I apologize for my diction right now. Let's talk about someone other than Taylor and Corinne for a second. Rachel had a shining star moment in tonight's episode on her 1-on-1 date with. What I love so much about Rachel at this moment is that she's strong, she's smart, she's confident, she's badass, she's a lawyer, but she's warm. She's feminine, but she's soft and she's caring, and you can just tell that she respects all the girls in the house. She's a motherly figure to them. I loved when Nick and Rachel were talking about their parents and how long they've been married, and the fact that her dad's a federal court judge. Her dad's probably a teddy bear to her, and in the inside, he's just a softie, but I bet you on the outside, he's very intimidating, especially to guys, and I cannot wait to see if she gets a hometown date, because I would love to see Nick and the dad interact. Two low-key moments that I really liked about Rachel was at the beginning when she's talking to Sarah, and she's like, "Don't even get in that drama, just focus on who you're here for." It seemed like Rachel was just trying to guide her, and it wasn't preachy, and it wasn't too motherly. If you really want to, you can go back into the previous snap and listen to Lauren's elephant fart. Lauren, how boring was the haunted house date?
Oh, I mean, they should have gone to a real haunted house.
They should have had you haunt the house, Lauren.
They should have had everyone haunting the house. They should have scared the shit out of everyone.
The only other thing I have to say about the haunted house date, other than how boring it was, and the fact that Raven was cute and she kind of slipped "I love you," and she's just kind of cute about everything, is the fact that Nick did not want to give Danielle M that rose.
I totally forgot about that.
That was the weirdest thing ever, because he didn't even look at her when they sat next to each other.
He wouldn't even bear to look at her. She's so quiet.
Nick is more compatible with every single girl in that show than he is with Danielle M. I have no idea what's going on. I mean, super sweet girl. I have to keep saying that because it's not like I have some vendetta against Danielle M.
It's just not for Nick.
It's not for Nick at all. Do you think that he was supposed to give it to Danielle L? Or he was just like, Danielle M, oops, too late.
Oh, that's a theory.
Before I go, I have a list of things that I'd love for you to check out if you don't mind. So Lolo, that performer, my friend reps her, and she's super awesome. So go download some of her music on iTunes. And then Jared and I did a lot of interviews this last week, and I'm still not over them because they're great. Mainly because they really show you my relationship with Jared off Paradise, and that can explain a lot for you guys. My Cosmopolitan article last week has our Facebook Live with Cosmo in it, so type my name in when you go to cosmopolitan.com and you should be able to find it. And as you know, every week I write a recap for Cosmopolitan. I do Access Hollywood Live in the morning, and a new podcast comes out. So also go to iTunes and search the I Don't Get It podcast. Me and Lauren are talking about puberty tomorrow and Leonardo DiCaprio's effect on us. So if for some reason you want more Ashley and Lauren in your life, you can go download the I Don't Get It podcast on iTunes. Bye. See you next week.